Hi, these are 10 things I no longer spend my money on now that I'm in my 50s. I want to save my money for things like travel and retirement. And now's the time. I'm in my 50s. I no longer spend my money on these things. So let's get to it. The first thing I stopped spending my money on was, I guess, fast fashion. And by fast fashion, I really just mean the high turnover of clothing. I don't care if it's expensive or cheap. I do want quality though. I want things that are going to last so that I can wear them for a long time. So I typically don't go for trendy fashions anymore. I go for things that I know I've worn year after year that I tend to always wear, like these tank tops. I have always worn whatever tank tops seem to be sort of the cut for that year or for a few years at a time. Right now, I really like these. They're a high neck tank top. But other things too, like I have a wool coat that I bought probably 25 years ago, and it is a classic style. I saw one in the store the other day that looks almost identical, and I bought that jacket 25 years ago, and I still wear it. The second thing is expensive beauty products. There are so many different beauty products that hit the market every day, every week, every month. There's just a ton, and you can barely keep track of it. The studies have shown, though, that most of these products don't work. Most of them are a waste of money. The only things you really need are a nice cleanser, if you want to, as you get older, if you want to use a retinol, and then a sunblock. So, wearing a sunblock on your face and your skin is the most important thing you can do for your anti aging. But all that other stuff, for the most part, I don't think it really works. You do want good moisturizers. Maybe you want a good product that's very natural, that absorbs very well. But I don't really waste my money on most of that stuff anymore. The next thing I don't really waste my money on, that was me. That was my cat. What do you do? There, my cat was locked in a room. Okay. The next thing I don't waste my money on is the latest and greatest high tech. I've never been one to do this too much, but especially now, things are changing so quickly. There's always a new phone or gadget or whatever. I feel like I can buy one and it can last for several years. I don't each year or every other year look for the latest and greatest gadget. It's just a waste of money. Like right now, I am recording this video on an iPhone 11. So it's not the latest and greatest, but it still seems to get the job done. I don't think the sound is too terrible. I don't think the picture is too terrible. I think it works. The next item is manicures and pedicures. I've never had the greatest nails anyway for manicures and pedicures. Even when they're done, I have a really low nail bed and my nails are really wavy and kind of weak. And for me, getting a manicure and a pedicure it's just not really worth it. I've tried. I wish it was great for me, but I've just sort of given up. I'm no longer doing manicures and pedicures. I will do my nails myself. I can polish them, I can shape them, I can do the basics. It's nothing amazing, but I just don't do that very often. Like maybe once in a while I'll do it, but it's not something I'm going to maintain on a normal basis and spend my money on. I'd rather have that money go into my travel savings or into my investment accounts. The next thing I don't spend my money on is uncomfortable shoes. I am not going to wear uncomfortable shoes. I've tried. I love high heels. I love cute heels, cute shoes. I love them. I think they look so good, but I'm just not going to spend my money on them anymore. I've done that for years, and I'll buy them and I'll wear them once, maybe twice. And now, with the cost of everything getting so high, it's just not worth buying an item that is only going to be worn once or twice. I need my shoes to be very functional. So I'll buy a little heel or a wedge or something like that, but I'm not going to go for the high heels that I used to go for in the past. My shoes need to be comfortable, they need to be functional, pretty practical. Hopefully, they're a little cute, but just not as high as they used to be. The next thing is cable TV. We really don't do cable TV in my house, and I think it's kind of a waste of money. It seems like it's about $200 now in a lot of cases, and you get all these channels. I mean, just tons of channels with nothing to watch. So we just got rid of it. We got rid of it a while ago, and the commercials can be terrible. So we do have streaming services, and that seems to work for us just fine. And then the other thing to make sure you don't do with that is Don't keep streaming services going on and on month after month forever if you're not watching things on that channel anymore. So if that channel has sort of run its course for you, all the shows that you loved on that channel are kind of done, don't keep paying for it. Make sure you end it. It's just a huge waste of money. And then down the road, if another show comes up that you want to see on that channel, you can restart it while you watch that show and then end it again. I think just keeping track of subscriptions like that, because subscriptions can be something that just you kind of forget about. The next one is excessive eating out. Now, we used to eat out a lot, and we ate out and did takeout a lot during COVID as well. And then we just realized, gosh, we were spending so much money, and then those delivery fees got crazy. So we no longer eat out as much as we used to, and we no longer do takeout, or not takeout, but delivery as much as we used to. We just eat at home. We can control the ingredients. Our schedules are so crazy anyway. It's really hard to eat all at the same time because we just have a lot going on with our kids and our schedules. So we typically cook at home, and we cook things in larger quantities. So there's always leftovers. So I don't feel like I always have to eat out, because usually we get, a couple times a week, we're going to have leftovers in the refrigerator. And that's really nice. So you don't have to cook every day. The next thing that I don't spend money on anymore now that I'm in my 50s is impulse purchases. I really try to hold off and not just buy things just because you see them and you like them. What I have found now that I'm older is I have a lot of the things that I might see and want to purchase. And I'll even accidentally repurchase things that I kind of already have. Like if I have a couple white tank tops, I'll see another one I like, and I'll buy another white tank top. I mean, same thing with just gadgets, different things. I don't know, different things. That used to be what would happen. And then I'd find, oh, I've already got that. Why did I buy it again? I forgot I already had that. And so now I try to really be intentional with my purchases. I try to make a list and then go buy things that are on the list when I need them, but don't just buy things because I think I might need them or I think I might want them. So I'm just really making sure I have that confirmation before I buy something. The other thing about shopping is you need to realize that almost everything you buy now that you're spending money on, in 5-10 years, you're not going to really care about that item. So does it really matter that you have it? So try to think about the long term. Am I going to care about this thing in 5 years? Am I going to care about it in 10 years? I think that's a really good gauge on how, and a really good gauge that you can use to tell you if you actually should buy that thing or not. The next item is trendy home decor or cheap home decor. Home decor changes so fast now with places like, I don't want to even say the names of the stores, but certain stores where the furniture is not made that well and it kind of falls apart pretty fast, or just looks beat up really fast, or it's really easy to damage it really fast if it's made out of that particle board. I really think it's important to buy good quality furniture that is going to last, and then just stick with it, because we can get caught up in always trying to keep up with the latest and greatest interior design in our homes. And it just changes really fast. Like things didn't used to change this fast. Like my parents had the same decor for so many years, but like nowadays we kind of, oh, I want this color paint or that color paint or this kind of furniture or that color. Like now all the woods have changed. Instead of having a warm tone, they have a cool tone or a neutral tone. They just change really fast, and we can get really caught up in spending a lot of money on furniture. So I think it's just important to kind of find the things that you like, make sure that you like them when you purchase them, and then just stick with it for a while. I'm just not going to keep spending my time dealing with furniture, like new trendy furniture or little decorative items that you put everywhere. The next thing, this is for the girls, us women. We spend so much money on our hair and our hair maintenance, and on our hair, our colors, our cuts, the extensions, the treatments to make our hair look so good. And I've done it. I mean, gosh, it does look beautiful. I think some of the stuff just makes us look, I mean, our hair just looks beautiful. But it's very expensive, and it takes a lot to maintain it. So I tried it, and I'm kind of done with it. Personally, I'm going to keep my hair and my hair care simple, and just that's how I feel right now. I just think it's a lot of money, especially if we're getting into that. If you're looking at eyelashes and well, anyway. Nobody wants to hear it. But I just think we spend a lot of money and time on our hair care that could be better spent if we put it into a retirement fund or a travel fund, something else. So there you have it. That's 10 things I'm not going to spend my money on anymore now that I'm older and I've had time to kind of reflect. I'm no longer going to spend money on those things now that I'm in my 50s. Life is too short to waste money on things that you really don't need. I'm trying to focus on what really matters most and what can bring the most peace into my house and into our finances. Let me know in the comments below if you've changed your spending habits in any way since you've gotten a little bit older, whether you're in your 50s or 40s or whatever age that you are. And please let me know if you're thinking about making any other changes. I'd love to hear about it. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It'll just help my channel to reach more people who might be interested in this content. All right, thanks. I'll see you in the next one.